Germany's Interior Minister, shocking Germany on last New Year's Eve, promised to prevent the recurrence of violence in Berlin. German Interior Minister Nancy Faeser said that on Saturday, police would be deployed to Berlin collectively for the New Year's Eve, because he was afraid of repeating violence in capital 12 months ago. Faeser also promised that security services will follow with maximum wakefulness for fear that Israel's anger over the war against Hamas in Gaza could even fascinate the flames of security services. What did the Interior Minister promise? Our emergency services had experienced blind anger many times against them. He continued the answer should be a challenging action not by the police, but also by judicial officials. In cases when there were attacks against police officers, firefighters and medical officials in some Berlin neighborhoods. In cases the attackers used fireworks and other fireworks. Faeser said that ministry will increase the number of federal police in train stations, which are seen as potential glare points to help local Berlin police. At the train stations in Berlin, we strengthen our federal police forces with 4 operational units and other additional units. There will be about 500 federal police force, said. He continued, we also support Berlin police with 300 federal police officer. In the meantime, Berlin Police Commissar Barbara Slowik, Saxony and Saxony-Anhalt states with extra support. New Year's Eve night of 2,000 to 2,500 officers in the city promised to be deployed. Millions of people in our country are looking forward to a peaceful and happy return of the year. He continued, a year later, no one wants to experience meaningless violence on New Year's Eve. At the beginning of this week, the president of a German police union accused politicians for not being able to prevent last year's expected repetition. He also banned the sale of fireworks. Fears of Middle East Tensions Faeser also discussed ditional threat that arose, saying that authorities took a comprehensive action against radical Islamists seen in last few weeks. As he continued his battle against Hamas in Gaza Strip of Israel, Faeser promised that the security officials watched the Islamist scene with extreme wake and warned that there is a risk of radicalization in Germany and elsewhere in Europe. In recent weeks, after the indicators that an attack was planned there for New Year's Eve, he saw an increase in security at the Cologne Cathedral. RCSMS